rest of the story. I'll just continue from where I left off. Let's hope that I won't get distracted or get busy with something else before I finish the story. Next, I had to go to a place where there was a mirror, and I was told to name 5 people either from my church or from my local area. But these people, they were supposed to be people who were pure in their heart, or people whom I thought that they had the least sins in their life. I named them, and I saw their images on the mirror. Then I was given a needle, and I had to prick them on their heart in the order in which I had called out their names. It was my first time doing such, and I didn't know that this thing which I was doing, I was actually sacrificing people. I had named 3 men and then 2 other women. Those women which I had named, I think that they were women who were strong in their prayers. They were to die in the order in which I had called out their names one after another. For the miracles, I was taken to a fire and the grave. Firstly, I had to go and sleep on top of a grave naked and get all of the evil spirits in my body. We went to the graveyard, and it was at night. They did the ritual, and I slept on the grave for about 4 hours. I was naked, and I had become as hard as a rock. I lost the fear of the Lord. I was not afraid of anything or anyone.
Why am I a Verbo host? Well, I love my place, and wouldn't it be a shame if only I got to enjoy it? I get to share my home.
Even the little voice of God that used to whisper in my heart had disappeared. All that I wanted was to become famous, and nothing was gonna stop me from following my dreams. But there was a moment in time whereby I thought of my wife. If she knew that right now at this moment I was sleeping on top of a grave. Yes, she knew that I had gone to this place to look for spiritual blessings, but she didn't truly know what kind of spiritual blessings I'll be getting. If she were to walk by and she finds me sleeping on top of a grave naked, surely I'll be a dead man, because deep down she still had the faith in God in her heart. After we had done all of the rituals, I was then given a ring. Also, the ring that I was given, my friend had the similar ring. He then told me that we are not going to fly back to Ghana like we did, but we were supposed to go to Nigeria first. He said that he wanted to pay a special visit to his spiritual father. When we arrived in Nigeria, we went to his spiritual father's place, and I was surprised because the guy was not even a Christian at all. Actually, he was a practicing Muslim, but inside his house there were statues from different religions. You could not even tell which religion this spiritual father of my friend followed. When we entered, we were told that before we met the spiritual father, we had to kneel down in front of a statue. The way that I can explain what this statue looked like to someone who didn't see this statue, all that I can say is that this statue looked like that statue of Buddha. It was so tall that it reached the ceiling of the house. Then my friend told me that I had to kneel down. After we had knelt down, then the spiritual father came out. We spoke and we had dinner, but they spoke in a strange way. You never understood whatever that they were trying to tell each other. It was as if they were speaking in actual tongues. Later on, we were driven to the airport. As we were being driven to the airport, my friend, he then touched me on my right shoulder, and he laughed and he said, as soon as we are going to leave Nigeria, you, my friend, you are going to become a very powerful man. Now you are going to see what it is to be a man of God. When I was on the aeroplane, I just fell asleep. Then I had a dream. I dreamt of 2 people. It was a man and a woman. They were walking towards me. Then they sat next to me. The other woman, she sat on my left, then the man on my right. Then they spoke with me, but they they spoke in their own native tongue. Funny enough, I could actually communicate with them. I was so surprised in my dream. How was I able to communicate with them in French, because I don't even understand a single word of French, but in the dream I actually could communicate with them. When the man spoke, it was as if his voice sounded like thunder. He then said to me, "You are the one who slept on my grave for the whole night. Now I have come to accompany you on the journey of life." Then he entered my body. It was painful. It was as if someone was stabbing me in the heart, the way that he entered my body. Then the woman looked at me. When she spoke, fires came out of her mouth. Then they surrounded me. She spoke as she was looking at me, and she said, "From today, you are my husband and I am your wife. If you want to have any kind of sexual intercourse with any woman, you have to consult with me first, including your wife." She was there to prevent me from having intercourse even with my wife. Then she entered my body. I felt a very burning sensation as he was entering my body. So these spirits that had entered my body, they had names, and I was supposed to whisper their names as I was busy giving the church sermon, and then they would reveal to me all of the problems that people in my congregation will be facing. If I were to look at someone, I'll be told a brief background about that person. By the time I'll call out that person's name, that person will be surprised how I would have prophesied, because the way that I prophesied, I was so accurate. I could tell you which school you went to, the day that you were born, what you were going to do in the future. I was told that when I got home, I would meet two women who would work with me. They would also get me other members to be very close to me. As I landed, I was told that two of my church members had died in a very strange manner. The next Sunday, we then went to church, and I was not supposed to get to church on time. I was supposed to let the church service go on so that those powerful church members would pray and finish. By the time I get there, their prayers won't even affect me at all. Remember, now I was not on God's side. Now, if anyone were to let out a prayer, a very powerful prayer, that prayer would affect me. The way the prayers would affect me is that as people will be praying, I would start to feel so hot. I felt so hot, I'll be sweating. When I saw that the women who were joining the praise and worship team, there were women who were so committed into worshiping God in truth, I had to think of a plan. I went around looking for women with very beautiful voices. Some of them were not even Christians at all. They were not even born again. So these beautiful women with these beautiful voices, I made sure that they were well taken care of. All that I wanted was that when they were standing in front, men will not see a praise and worship team. Men will be just looking at how beautiful they were. I made sure that their praise and worship uniforms were as tight as possible so that men will not concentrate on praying, but how beautiful they looked. Even the ushers, I made sure that only ushers with very beautiful bodies, I mean those women with a lot of curves, those were the women whom I only allowed to be ushers of the church. These beautiful ushers, I always encouraged them to wear very tight clothing and clothes that were so seducing. I used to laugh in the spirit if a man of God decides to visit my church just to see what was going on there. As soon as he arrives at my church, he will be greeted by the usher. Then the usher will say, "Can you please follow me so that I can show you where you will be sitting?" As the man will be following that usher, you will be so focused on that woman's behind, because these ushers were very naughty. Some of them will just wear a G-string and...
Want to know how to find the cheapest flights on Kayak? Head to Kayak, enter your origin and
not wear anything on top, so when she will be walking, her behind will be bouncing around. By the time that man of God sits down, already you will be lusting after that woman. The whole sermon you won't hear anything. You will be just thinking about that usher. This is the reason why I'll be laughing in spirit. As I'll be preaching, I could actually feel that now people are ready for their miracles. Then I'll call out the names of these two spirits. Then there will be confusion in church. People would fall fainting, and then the church will be turned into a circus. Let me tell you a secret about Africans. Africans are people who love drama, and they love to see miracles in reality. For these people, this was the first time witnessing this, because nothing like this had ever happened in our local area. People left church speechless, and the women who loved to gossip, they went and then they told their friends, and their friends told their friends about the spirit that filled the service. Then during the week, I met those two members who were to assist me. They gave me 2 bags of money. Then they told me that I had to dump this bicycle of mine. So I upgraded from riding a bicycle, going straight to the car dealership and getting myself a brand new car. This was a true upgrading, and I had not asked money from anyone. The next Sunday, then I went back to church and I preached, but the way that I was preaching, it was as if I was giving out a testimony, but it was just a false testimony. I told people how during the week an angel of God had visited me and gave me the car keys and said you should go to this dealership holding these car keys. Then that car that you are going to point at, they are going to give it to you for free. And people actually believed the story which I was telling them. I actually discovered that if you just say that you are a man of God and God speaks with you, Africans will just believe each and every word that will come out of your mouth. Then there was also a gift that came from the pastor in Nigeria. We went out and we bought 5 cars, 1 for my wife, 1 for me, 2 for the elders, and 1 for the marketing department. All of these cars had to be branded. My wife kept on wondering, what kind of a spiritual blessing was this? She said that she didn't feel so good about it, and lately whenever she wanted to kneel down and pray, something was just going on. She just felt as if she wasn't the same prayerful woman as she was before. I didn't tell her that when we went to Benin, I had slept on top of a grave. That was the reason why she had lost the appetite of praying. As my wife was telling me about this new problem of hers, that male spirit told me that he was going to invite another spirit. Then this spirit was going to torment my wife. This spirit, he said that it will be the spirit of greediness. My wife will just be the person who would love to shop and never want to do nothing but shopping. Up until today, my wife is a person whereby each and every day she either go online or she goes out to the mall and she will just shop. We have traveled all around the world simply because my wife wants to continue with her greediness of just never-ending shopping. Then there was a problem. The priest from Benin sent a message to me. The way that they send their messages is that you can just see a face either on the wall, or maybe let's say you are watching TV, a face can just appear, then that face will speak with you. When this face appeared, it appeared on the wall. It just appeared and said, we need more blood, 2 people to replace those women who haven't died. That blood is needed as a matter of urgency. I had to move fast and submit names. If I didn't submit any names, it's either I will die or maybe one of my family members will then have to die. So I submitted new names, and those were the people who were supposed to die in a space of 1 year. I don't want to lie, they perished in mysterious ways. Some would have headaches, some will just wake up dead, And there is one incident I won't forget. We were supposed to go to another province for a church camp, but as we drove there, the fleet of my church had grown. We owned more than 5 latest Mercedes Vito's cars. The church members were packed in the cars. I had my own driver and my private car, but as we were driving, I saw that one car perished in front of my own eyes. People died, and as I stood on the accident scene, I saw those spirits coming out of my body, and some of the spirits were coming out of the ground. And I also noticed that amongst the people, there were also priests, those priests who had laughed at me whilst I had just finished skinning that black cat. They were amongst the people, but they were holding
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply for U.S. permanent residency? Then stay tuned because today
I saw those spirits coming out of my body, and some of the spirits were coming out of the ground. And I also noticed that amongst the people, there were also priests, those priests who had laughed at me whilst I had just finished skinning that black cat. They were amongst the people, but they were holding cans and buckets. And as soon as someone just passed away, that bucket will become full of blood. Then that person who will be holding that bucket will just disappear. I tried to ask people if they were also seeing these people who were standing with buckets full of blood, but no one will confirm. Then I remembered, oh, I could only see them because I myself was also one of them. I looked for my wife, but there she was. She had fallen to the ground. To other people, she seemed as if she was a human being, but to me, I could see in spirit that she had turned into an animal, but I didn't have any feelings. I pretended to cry also, to be touched, but deep inside I was happy. The more the bloodshed, the more the success and power. Church people have a tendency of getting obsessed with their preachers. They fail to open their eyes to see or notice any red flags. We left the accident scene and proceeded to the camp. The burial was to follow the next weekend. We got to the camp and everyone's spirit was very low, yet they continued to worship and pray. One funny thing is people stop worshiping God and then they worship their priest or their pastor. If you notice, this is what is happening in Africa right now. People are no longer worshiping God, but they worship their priest, their pastor, or their papa. I got a tent of my own. Since we were supposed to be fasting that weekend, those 2 church members who were my assistants came and told me that I was supposed to perform a ritual in order to keep the fame and miracles getting more and more powerful. I was supposed to appease the spirits by a virgin. 2 virgins were brought before me and I performed the act whilst my wife was sleeping in her own tent. I had sex with these women. If only she knew what I was up to. Those ladies were given money and told to shut their mouth up. Yes, this is Africa. Sunday, we left the camp and rushed for the burial of those members who had lost their lives in the fatal accident. I made sure that the funeral went on properly and the church provided food, coffins, and left money for their families. It was my problem and I had to give and take good care of the orphans. Each month, the church treasurer sent money to those families. Up until today, the church is still sending out money to those families. In the eyes of my congregation, I was the hero. Little did they know that I was the root of their misery. Business was booming and I was a happy pastor. My fame grew and I was known in the whole country. I actually opened so many companies and people people used to go to my companies and just give their services for free. They said that they were giving a service unto their God. They wanted to be as blessed as I was. They wanted to be rich as I was. So people used to do me favors. Even politicians, they used to come to my church so that I can give them my own blessings. Our life had changed. Money was all over us. I performed a lot of rituals, and let me say, it's not all who say Lord, Lord will see the gates of heaven. I was a wolf dressed in sheep skin. Time went by and I became their small god. People used to kneel down as I was entering church because they believed that God had personally sent them so that I can give them wealth. People want to be rich. You just don't know these people. They worshipped the ground I walked on. I still remember that there was this Sunday. It was a big Sunday. As I arrived at church, I parked my car. Then people came out running with a very big chair in hand. It was those golden chairs. Then they say that today, Papa, you are not going to step on the ground. You are going to come out of your car and sit on this chair. Then they lifted that chair back into the church. Then people started to pray as they were kneeling with their hands stretched towards me as if I was their God. As they were praying, I then noticed this particular woman. This woman was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen in my entire life. I rose from that golden chair and I walked towards her. Then I said, "Child, rise up." Then I stopped everyone from praying. Then I asked her, "What is it that you want God to do for you?" Then she cried and said, "I just want to give my husband a child. Even if it is only one child, that is all that I need." Then I said to her, "It is done." Then I told her, "Hold my hand, child, because I want to pray with you." But the moment when she held my hand, I immediately knew that this woman, I wanted to have sex with her. Yo guys, the message is really long. You have to forgive